Hey, this is American Lonsdale fan, and I haven't made a video in a while. So right now what I'm doing is getting set to clean my brand new handgun that I recently traded with a local dealer here. And before I get into that, I have to wonder is, given the little footage I shot of me demonstrating the new gun, is YouTube gonna put me on some kind of censor list? But then again, I'm not making any money from it. After all, we wouldn't want to offend all the young kids right now who, first of all, there aren't that many, but enough of them, who are actually marching out there right now to get their rights taken away from them. It's got to be the first time in history where we actually have a whole new generation marching, not for the government to recognize their rights, but to actually have their rights rescinded. Sounds crazy. Oh well. And if I offended a couple of people, because after all, they're just young kids who suffered a couple of tragedies like school shootings, I don't care. The tragedy was not caused by me, by any organization that I belong to, nor my guns. So, sorry if you're offended, but not sorry. Anyway, but I have to be honest, that's not what this video is about, and it's not really about this new toy I picked up. This, by the way, is the Smith & Wesson M&P R8 357. And there are quite a few good reviews out there, good YouTube videos of this gun. I just had to have one, and it really feels good in the hand. However, for me personally, this is the stock Hogue grips. I know Hogue is kind of the standard for most revolver grips and a lot of different grips. I've just never been a huge fan of them, especially this one, because this appears to be the round to square butt frame, and it just has a little too much. I've also just never liked the way the angle of a Hogue grip gives you. It gives you this angle rather than something more like that, which is what I prefer. Obviously, it would be a little more canted. So I've always had better luck with Pachmayr or some of the other custom grips out there. So I'm probably going to change the grips, but for the most part, it is good. And being that this gun is put out by Smith & Wesson's Performance Center, yeah, the trigger feels great. Just perfect. Really great gun. For all the other YouTubers who have put out footage of them taking this gun to the range, why do you guys do this? I don't know. It's a pet peeve of mine. It's a double action revolver. It's meant to be fired double action. Point the trigger, press, squeeze, nice and easy. Keep the gun steady. Okay? If you want a single action trigger, go buy yourself a Colt single action Army. But for this is a double action revolver. I've never bobbed hammers just to make them double action only, but that's not really just to cock them. It's just to, when I have one and I know it's loaded, sometimes I just like to, in addition to keeping my finger off the trigger, I like keeping my thumb right here, knowing that it's in a state of readiness, but it's not cocked. I can also, if I holster it, I push down right on the hammer and I know it's safe. It's not gonna lift up on me. So anyway, if you're gonna go and shoot this gun or any double action gun from Smith & Wesson or Colt or ever Ruger, make sure you practice double action triggers. Anyway, but even that is not what I came here to talk about. What I'm really here to talk about is, this is the first Scandium frame gun I've ever owned. So naturally I reached out to Smith & Wesson and said, hey, is there anything particular about this frame I need to be concerned with? And the only thing they said was, make sure that you use a non-ammonia based cleaner for cleaning the gun. Obviously you don't really clean too much on the frame, you're more concerned about the barrel, but given the fact that the forcing cone does need to be cleaned, and it's right on the frame. Obviously, you would want to be careful with any ammonia-based products. So your good old, yep, your good old number 9 is not probably going to be used. So I knew the answer to that question was going to be pure and simple, and that's going to be this bad boy right here. This, of course, is Ballistol. This stuff has been around forever. And unfortunately, right or wrong, they've done the little thing of it's eco-friendly. Here's my problem with that. Guns have been around for how many centuries? A lot longer than chemical plants and all that stuff. So yes, let's be honest. As long as guns have been around, there's been a eco-friendly way to clean it. So I don't think we need to be putting this stuff on. But I understand if it helps them sell it, more power to them. But personally, I don't care. I'm not looking to eat this stuff. I'm not looking to sit here and inhale it. Okay? I just want to make sure it cleans and does what it says it does. Well, this stuff really works, and I'm going to talk to you a little about why I love it so much. So let me show you why I like this stuff, Ballistol, so much. Rather than just waste video footage of me just cleaning the gun, you're just going to have to take my word for it. So I spent a whole day shooting this with not the greatest ammo, not the cleanest ammo, and to say the least, it was dirty, particularly around the forcing cone here. And if you notice, because before it was about really brown and really caked on, and if you notice, now it's all clean. And just to show you, this stuff, which of course, like advertised, it's eco-friendly. It's basically a cleaner and lubricant all-in-one, kind of like Break Free, only a little cleaner, a little more oily consistency, not so thick. No harsh smell, doesn't bother your skin. Just to show you, it dissolves really well. I mean, that's all in there, and yet the last patch that I put through came out like this. When I finally put all the last couple of patches down the barrel and around all 8 chambers of the Revolver, now it's nice and clean. And guess what is, in addition to cleaning it, you're also lubricating everything. So really all you have to do is wipe off the excess, which of course is help treating the metal. What I really like about this stuff, Ballistol, is particularly when I'm cleaning rifles and so forth, or just handguns that happen to have wood grips. Naturally, some of the harsher stuff starts spotting up the wood grips, so you're either pulling the metal parts away from the wood, or removing the wood grips, depending. Then you're cleaning, and then you're putting it back on. This stuff, if you look right here, can be used on wood. I've actually used it on my rifle stocks, my shotgun stocks that have woods on them, and it makes them beautiful. Just particularly if it's unlacquered, it just really works great. And obviously it cleans very well. So yeah, I just really like this stuff. I'm surprised that a lot of the gun people out there don't know about it, don't know it exists, but it does. You don't always find them in the big box retailer stores, but you will find them sometimes in the specialty stores. You can get them on Amazon, it's not a problem. And like I said, they just work well, just perfect. Hey, real quick of why I had to have this thing. Well, let me just say that as a child, I actually had a dream about this gun. What do I mean by that? Well, basically, when I was a kid growing up, I really liked revolvers. I really liked Magnum revolvers. But I understood the reason why people liked automatics over revolvers. I always thought that it would be perfect if you could come up with an ultimate Magnum. You give, instead of 6 rounds, you put 8 rounds. You have, instead of a speed loader or one of a time, you'd had something like a clip to put it in. attached flashlights were just coming in, so I thought, wouldn't it be great to put an attached flashlight in? Well, guess what? All of that is here in this package. 8 shots. You can use moon clips, but you can also use free ammo as well, which is great. And of course, it's got an integral rail here. It's the ultimate Magnum, in my opinion. It unfortunately just came a little late, but that's why I had to have it. Shoots great. Shoots absolutely fantastic. No felt recoil at all, and very, very accurate. Just a pleasure to have. Yes, it's big. No, it's not a concealed carry revolver, but it's decent service, very decent outdoor gun, and definitely works well with home defense. So anyway, so that's kind of what I was talking about. So 3 little items, I guess. This obviously being one of them, my new handgun. 2 being the so-called March for Life. Wondering if YouTube is going to delete this channel or send me those nasty messages. And of course, finally, just talk about Ballistol. So you had 3 subjects all in one. Hope you enjoy the video. Subscribe if you like to, and talk to you later. God bless you and those you love.